to Northumbria University London campus as you start your learning journey with us over the next 1 or 2 years. We're delighted that you've chosen to be part of the Northumbria University family, and we are welcoming you particular to our fantastic London campus. You're joining a university which is one of the largest in the UK. We have over 30,000 students at any one time studying with us in full-time, part-time or distance and blended mode. That means you're part of a large community of like-minded students who want to do the best they possibly can to achieve their career ambitions. We're also a large university in terms of our teaching and support staff. We have over 2,500 staff, all of whom are dedicated to supporting you in your studies and achieving whatever you aim to achieve as a student of Northumbria. We're so proud that such a high percentage of our graduates progress from their studies with us into work, postgraduate or research. And you'll be supported by a first-class 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week student support service. We all need to be supported at different times in our university lives, whether that's being new to the university or new to the UK, whether for some of you it's new to blended or online learning, whether you have any concerns over your academic ability, or whether it's you have other welfare concerns such as health related, safety related, accommodation, finance, spiritual. We have different dedicated support teams who can support you online or in person 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Our mantra, our tagline, as you will see across the building and across all of our materials and online services, is ask for help. And we want you to ask us for help at any point in your learning journey. There is no silly questions. You will learn, you will succeed if you reach out. Reach out for your tutor support, reach out for your programme leader support, or reach out for wider welfare support as you study with us. And never be afraid at any time to ask for any additional help or support. This year, like any year at Northumbria, you're going to be using IT a considerable amount of time. And we have award-winning IT facilities and support. Again, we have a 24-hour-a-day, 7-day-a-week IT helpline. And we have access to unrivaled library facilities, all available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, wherever you have access to Wi-Fi. You can access all of your online learning materials through our Blackboard Ultra virtual learning environment. And you'll be becoming familiar with all of these tools and technologies over the coming weeks. Don't worry if you don't pick them up straight away. It is a learning process. But I assure you within a few weeks you'll be using our IT as though you've used no other platforms in your lives. We recognise that many of you are joining us from different continents around the world. We are a truly international university, and in any one class at Northumbria University, London, you may find 10, 15, 20 different nationalities. We value cultures from around the world, and we have expertise in delivering education no matter what your educational or international background. We will be delivering you a truly international learning experience. You'll be spending time throughout the next 2 years in our London campus. Our London campus continues to grow. We're based over 5 floors at Middlesex Street in London. And we want you, when it's safe to do so, to use all areas of the building. In this particular COVID period, of course, there are restrictions. but we certainly expect you to be coming in for your timetabled on-campus classes unless you have good reason not to. If you're transitioning to the UK over the coming weeks, then of course we're going to support you fully online through our online blended learning offer. But we very much hope you'll be on campus for your initially limited on-campus sessions, but then as we move out of this COVID pandemic, you'll be spending more and more time in our fantastic London campus. In London, you can also book space to use on our campus when you're not scheduled to be in class. And you can do this through our web booking service. You'll find out more later in this induction. So our campus is very much open for business, albeit in this COVID period in more of a limited way than normal. Don't worry if you can't make it on campus for the early part of your studies, or if you have any particular health concerns during your studies. In this year we've provisioned our learning to also be available in online mode, and we'll be talking more about that later in this presentation. You're also now a member of the Northumbria Student Union. The Student Union are a fantastic team that work with London campus colleagues and wider Northumbria University to support you. You'll be finding more about the Northumbria Student Union later in your induction. However, the Student Union is there to support you. If you have any queries or problems, of course you would first go to your teaching team or the support team here on campus. You would speak to your programme leader or your tutor if it's anything to do with your academic studies. If you have any concerns about your welfare or any aspect of your learning, you can also speak to the Ask for Help team, either via our student portal or in person. But there may be times when you need some additional support. There may be times when you feel your voice isn't being heard, or the university isn't providing you with the support that you are seeking. In which case you can speak to our student union. They are there to represent you. Luckily, we don't have to draw on our student union too much for representation. But the student union is there for much, much more. They will help you integrate into your lives at London and at university. They will also support us in creating activities outside of your studies, whether it's quiz nights or whether it's parties or graduation events. The student union are a key part of your time at Northumbria London, and we're very proud to be associated with them. As a member of the Northumbria Student Union, you will also get discounts to a number of different shops or restaurants or cinemas and entertainment and travel. So again, be proud to be a member of the Student Union and use the discounts available to you too. Again, you'll be hearing more about that as part of your induction. So at Northumbria University, Northumbria University London, we're involved in many things. Some of you here today will be joining us for an undergraduate programme. Others will be joining us for a postgraduate programme. We also have large numbers of distance learning students who may use our campus for drop-in activity. A number of our learners are also balancing work and study and completing a degree apprenticeship. Our academic teams are also heavily engaged in research, ensuring they're at the cutting edge of their subject and discipline. And that means that your studies are truly informed by the latest thinking and research. Many of us are also involved in consultancy, working with organisations, helping them resolve their own organisational issues. And again, that ensures our learning is kept up to date and industry ready. And many of you will also be involved in executive education, maybe studying on a part-time postgraduate degree or an MBA with us. All of the team here are engaged in working with practitioners, teaching them the latest knowledge and skills to be effective in their role. And again, that ensures that we're working with employers across the UK and beyond, understanding what their particular needs are and ensuring all of our programmes are designed to meet the needs of employers to help you get the best possible job on graduation. Whilst Northumbria University is one of the largest universities in the UK, our Northumbria London campus is purposely designed to be small and accessible. At any one time we have between 2,000 and 3,000 students. As I said, we're based at 110 to 114 Middlesex Street in the heart of London, close to Liverpool Street Station. That places us in an ideal location. And we want you to get to know us very well. We want us to be your London family. And as such, we've developed a campus philosophy to ensure that you get to know us very well. We have around 90 to 100 academic staff. Your programme team will probably be made up of something like 5 to 10 tutors. You'll get to know your tutors really well. They'll understand your own aspirations, your academic needs, and we'll be able to tailor our learning to ensure that you have the best possible experience. We also have a fantastic online and on-campus support team. They are there to support you, to guide you. And again, you'll get to know us very well as we support you through your learning journey. We truly want you to achieve the very best you can as a student of Northumbria University London campus. We require you to engage in your studies. We require you to attend classes when they're scheduled. We require you to do the pre-reading that we're giving you. We require you to show your independence in your learning and engage in continual reading and research from our online library. And if you show us that you are truly committed to your studies, you're attending classes, you're engaging in the online sessions, you're asking us questions, you're challenging our thoughts, you're engaging in your reading and your research, and you're getting on with your assessments, we can be assured you will succeed, and we will support you in the best way we possibly can. So our learning at Northumbria London is all about supporting you, encouraging you to be the best you possibly can. We're going to be teaching you the latest theories, the latest knowledge, but also we're going to be teaching you how to apply that theory and that knowledge to ensure that you also learn the skills that employers are seeking. As such, our learning is what we call applied learning, preparing you for your future studies. You'll also be learning through a blended mode. That means you'll be spending some of your time learning from us on campus, some of your time learning from us through online live sessions through our Blackboard Collaborate virtual learning environment. You'll also have access to all of your learning materials for classroom sessions on Blackboard Ultra. And we'll be making materials available to you in recorded format too. You will have virtual and face-to-face tutorials and drop-ins. And you can access our online library and online software 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we are truly a technology-enabled campus. And importantly, we are here to keep you safe, secure and supported as a Northumbria University London campus. Your safety and welfare is paramount to us, and that's why we need you to reach out to us through our Ask for Help team if you ever have any concerns, doubts or queries, or feel as though you're not safe and secure. In this COVID period, we've also reconfigured the campus to ensure that it is truly safe and secure as best we can. But of course we all have a responsibility on us to ensure that remains safe and secure in this very difficult time. There is a specific campus health and safety briefing that you must watch and a guide that you must follow carefully. But rest assured, every effort has been made to make sure that you have a fantastic, safe and secure on-campus experience when you're with us. So in this 2020 period, your learning will begin in blended learning mode. We hope to return to full on-campus classroom sessions as soon as we possibly can. But for the time being, your learning will be a mix of on-campus, timetabled classes in socially distanced space, and live online learning. Your learning will also be supported by a range of other online means. So in a typical week, you will spend some time on campus interacting with your fellow students and your tutors, and learning in the campus experience and classroom experience. You can also book space on campus if you want to come in and study at other times. You will also have scheduled live weekly online classes with your students and fellow and tutors. You'll use this through our Blackboard Collaborate virtual learning environment. There will also be recorded materials, videos, podcasts available to you similar to this briefing, which will be housed on our Blackboard Ultra portal, available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, so you can access them at times which is best for you. You will also have access to our online library resources, available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And you can also access all of the key software you need to complete your studies wherever you have access to Wi-Fi. There will also be times when you want to speak to a tutor, to ask for additional advice or support, or maybe to go through your assessment again. In that case, you can request a tutorial. You email your tutor and they will agree a time, either to meet you on campus or to meet you online, virtually through Blackboard Collaborate or through Microsoft Teams or another tool. And you'll be having regular program leader drop-ins. These are sessions where as a group you can come together and ask your program leader questions. So this year we're starting your learning in blended learning mode, a mixture of on-campus and online. There is an expectation that you will all be attending some of your week on campus. But of course, for some of you, you are transitioning into the UK, or you may have health-related issues or COVID-related issues which prevent you from coming onto campus at this moment in time. As long as we are aware of what those reasons are, and you can log that through our Ask for Help service, in this period we will also support you fully online if needed. We have a great track record of delivering fully online education, so you can rest assured you will be supported fully and have access to all of the essential learning materials you need to succeed. And then as soon as you're able to arrive on campus, then you will have the mix of online and on-campus sessions. So this is the start of your journey with us at Northumbria London. It's your induction. And following from this presentation, you're going to meet key people who will support you through your time here at Northumbria. You're going to meet the professional support team who will be there as a first point of contact should you have any queries about your programme, your time on campus, or other aspects such as finance or welfare. You're also going to be introduced briefly to the learning resources, how to access online software or online virtual learning environment, how to access your live online classes through Blackboard Collaborate. and how to access the university library. But rest assured, we will also be guiding you on how to use all of these learning resources, both online and on campus, over the coming few weeks. And soon it will become second nature. We're also going to be teaching you in this induction how we want you to keep safe and secure whilst you're in London and here on campus. And it's important that you watch the health and safety briefing and read the campus guide to ensure you're very clear on the measures we're putting in place and what we expect of you in this particular COVID-19 period. We're also going to introduce you to your programme. You'll be spending time with your programme leader. You're going to be learning about the programme, the specific modules that you're going to be studying, and have an introduction to the assessment. Your future careers and employability is also very important to us. And you'll briefly be meeting members of our careers and employability support team, who are available for online tutorials to help you develop the skills and the attributes you need to gain the best possible job in the future. They will also help you achieve or gain an internship, should that be part of your programme here at Northumbria University London. And over the period of your programme, they will prepare you for your next steps, whether that be in helping you develop CVs, interview skills or other selection skills, or understand more about what could be your ideal role going forward. If you're planning to start up your own enterprise, we also have an enterprise support team as well, and they will work with you over the coming year to help you build that new venture that you've always dreamed of starting. But primarily, this induction is about understanding more about the university, about the campus, about meeting key people, your programme leader, your personal tutor who you can have regular one-to-ones with, and the whole team. And hopefully it will make you feel supported as you join the university and begin the next chapter of your academic life. We want you to reach out to us and ask for help, but your first one-stop shop for any non-academic support you might need is available through our online student portal. You can access this by going to the Northumbria University website and logging in as a student. We'll guide you on how to do this, but please do take a look at the student portal. It's where you can go to find out more about your study, about any questions you have about the university, to make any changes to your personal details, such as if you change your contact details or your address, to access specific welfare support, such as for international students, specific welfare support relating to visa and immigration, or to access welfare support in terms of counselling, in terms of disability support or any health issues. It also is a place to go to if you need any IT support and contact our IT support team, or if you need to request a late authorisation for an assessment. You can be given an authorisation for an assessment of up to 2 weeks if you're unable to submit on time, but this must be done through the portal and with supporting evidence to explain why you need an extension. If there is something more important going on in your life where you need specific help or support or longer time to complete your studies, you can also request a personal extenuating circumstance claim here. And full details are given if you go into the student portal. So as a starting point, have a look around the student portal, and it will give you a lot of useful information about studying and the support you can receive here at Northumbria London. You'll also be introduced over the coming days and weeks to Blackboard, our virtual learning environment. This is where your key learning materials are stored. On your Blackboard site, which is individual to you, you will also have access to your programme Blackboard site. This is a site with all of the information about your programme. And it's a great starting point to have a look at, which we would encourage you to do so over the next few weeks. So, as we come to the end of this introductory session on your induction, some key things that I can assure you, if you follow carefully, you will guide yourself to success on this programme. Attendance and engagement is strongly linked to performance. Those students who fully attend 100% and engage in their classes and their study typically do better than those who don't. Your attendance and engagement is carefully monitored. We have high expectations of attendance and engagement. By attendance, we mean you are coming onto campus for your on-campus classes. You're coming onto campus and arriving on time. But also you are attending your online classes and you're joining at the starting point. For many of you as international students, this is a requirement. This is a requirement for you to stay on your programme. And we are required to monitor your attendance every day and report whenever you miss class. If we feel you are not attending appropriately, then we will begin the process of withdrawal. But it isn't just about attendance. It's also about engagement. As a Northumbria University student, we need you to engage in your studies. By engagement, we mean when you're in class, we want you to be asking questions. We want you to be contributing to the debate that's going on in the class. We want you to be engaging in any group activity or any learning activity. We also expect you to engage outside of the classroom. By that we mean if we've given you reading or activities to do, we want you to show us that you've done them. If we feel you are not engaging, again we can request you are withdrawn from the programme. We also need you to manage your time very carefully. Manage your journey onto campus carefully. Late arrival is noted as non-attendance, and remember, non-attendance will lead to withdrawal from the programme. So plan your journey carefully and make sure that you arrive in time for your class to begin. Typically, 2 missed sessions or 2 late arrivals will commence an attendance review. And following university guidelines and regulations, we will withdraw, as is the case for limited engagement in class or repeated lateness. So take your attendance and engagement very carefully. You've paid lots of money to be here on this programme. We want you to succeed. And the first point of that is being present. Gaining high marks on your programme is also linked to the extent to which you demonstrate your true commitment to learning. And part of that is to demonstrate wide reading. Wide reading from as many academic books or journal articles available from the student learning materials as you possibly can. You're going to be getting to know the university online library very, very well over the coming weeks, months and years. Remember, in the UK we call studying for a degree reading for a degree. There is no better phrase to use. To achieve high marks in your work on a UK degree, the more reading and reference you include, the better. We want you to read from academic journals and academic books, and these are all available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week from our university e-library. The Northumbria University e-library is the very best source of information to support you in your studies and to gain that all-important knowledge that you need to do well in your studies. So please familiarise yourself with your library as soon as you can. And remember to ask for help from our academic support team, our ACE team, or from your tutors or study skills team whenever you need to. Remember also that university studies are typically a step up from anything you've studied in the past. So even if you have already studied a topic that you're studying on your current degree, remember we are expecting a higher level from you. Criticality is essential to success here at Northumbria University. So whenever you are writing your assessments, we are looking for critical writing, critical discussion, critical debate. And we will support you and develop your critical writing and critical study skills right throughout the programme. Indeed, you're going to get weekly academic support sessions. Our students have said these are often the most important sessions of the week. Our academic support team are working with your module tutors to ensure that you're developing the right academic skills at the right time to enable you to be the best you possibly can be in your modules. So engage fully in these academic support sessions. And of course, we have our additional support available through our ACE team. Our ACE team, who you'll be introduced to as part of your induction, are there to give you one-to-one or small group support to ensure that you do the very best you possibly can and understand the requirements of studying successfully in the UK and at Northumbria. Remember also that you must plan your time carefully. Late submission of assessment, if you don't have an authorised approval, will result in a mark of 0. So plan your time carefully and make sure that you submit your work ahead of the deadline, not on the deadline. You submit your work at Northumbria online. So plan for any contingencies, such as if you don't have access to Wi-Fi or there's a blip in your access. And again, never be afraid to ask for help, whether it's from your tutors, whether it's from the academic support team, whether it's from the programme support team. We all want you to do the very best you possibly can. So you're now on a Northumbria University programme, and we are so proud that you're joining us. We have a fantastic track record of getting our students to be the best they possibly can be. Some of our graduates have gone on to be leading figures in politics, in business, in sport, in entertainment. Some of them are on the screen there in front of you. Johnny Ive graduated from us from our design school. He went on to make a dent in society. He went on to design the iPad, the iPhone, and other Apple products, being their chief designer. We have leading political figures, leading business figures, leading sports figures. We want you to be up there as our notable alumni, and of course you can be. So think about how you are going to make that dent in society, how you are going to stand out from the crowd. And to stand out from the crowd on graduation, it means getting the very best possible degree. And getting the best possible degree means working with us, committing to your studies, engaging in your blended learning, being punctual, following the guidance of your tutors, and asking for help whenever you need it. So enjoy your time with us. Have the very best possible learning experience. We know this is going to be a challenging year. Being a new student is challenging in itself. You're going to be given lots of new information. You're going to be learning maybe in a new way. You're going to be engaging in a mixture of online and on-campus learning. The more you ask us for help, the more you seek our advice, the more you seek support, and the more you balance your studies to ensure that you're spending time both on campus online, and enjoying social time, you will succeed. So enjoy your studies with us. And again, we hope to see you in the coming weeks on campus and online.